Welcome to Senior Break. I'm Dawn Medici with Oxford Township Parks and Recreation.
And I'm Marie May with Addison Township Senior Center.
And today, our special guest is Belinda Aiello with Health Plan and Medicare Choices. Welcome.
Thank you, Dawn.
Welcome. And
Thank you,
Belinda's
Marie.
been here before and helped us a lot,
Yes.
Yep.
answering a lot of questions and
Thank
putting
you
our
for
mind at
having
ease.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today, our topic is Medicare. And I'm sure all of you have received your letters in the mail from Medicare saying what changes
Yes.
are happening going into 2026. And I think, Belinda, you're going to update us, right?
Yes, everybody should have received their annual notice of change from their carrier. It's called your ANOC, but it stands for Annual Notice of Change. Please open those and read them. This year is by far a very important year to take a look at your benefits. Don't pitch them into the trash can.
Is there something special on the envelope that they should look for? Because I know a lot of people just pitch them before they even open
I
it.
know.
Is there anything that says,
Sometimes there is. It will say your updated annual notice of change. Sometimes it will not.
okay,
So
open
those
all the
up.
mail that's,
Open those up because those letters compare the benefits you have this year in 2025 to what you will have in 2026. So it's very important.
and it's Medicare changes.
Yes, and
okay.
it will come, the letters come from your actual carrier.
Okay.
Whether you're with a Medicare Advantage plan, a Medicare supplement, a standalone prescription drug plan, it will come from your carrier. So take time to review that. It's important.
Okay.
Right. Because if you don't, you're going to really, you may be disappointed and then not know what to do
Exactly.
midway
Yeah,
through.
you only
right?
have so much time to change something, right? If you want to change
Exactly.
it, and if you don't read that letter and you find out after the due date, is that the right term?
Basically,
You're
yes.
stuck.
Right. So
Okay.
the annual Medicare enrollment period is October 15th through December 7th. Every year it's the same dates. So that is the time for you to review and make sure you know about the changes that are going to happen for 2026. So you could possibly be in a plan right now that had no premium, an Advantage plan. And some of the plans are going and adding premium for 2026. And that could be a big surprise for you.
Right.
So you could go to the doctor and have a payment that you didn't expect.
Well,
Right.
not necessarily the doctor, but you might owe a premium to the company.
Okay.
Where some Advantage plans have zero premium. Next year, they may have $25, $35 a month.
Okay.
So in
That you're paying out to have the,
that Advantage
Advantage plan, okay.
So in January, you could get a bill from your company and not even realize that you're now being charged a premium. So that's why I say, open all your mail. You don't want any surprises.
and so you can do your homework now,
Yes,
meet with a trusted advisor and learn and figure out what's important and what you need so you can make those changes before going during this open enrollment period
yes.
before the deadline of December the 7th.
December the 7th, which
okay.
is actually a Sunday this year, but we will be working to help people all the way through until December 7th.
So you would be like our person that we could call
Yes,
and get information, because I think a lot of us think that when you call, you're just going to get somebody on the phone like you did and be put on hold, and then so we would have a person in our area that represents that we could call.
yes,
That makes a big difference.
We have 7 independent agents that work through our office in Metamora, and you can either call my cell phone, you can call our office phone, and be connected with an agent who will meet with you in person, not over the telephone, which is very important.
Yes.
Right.
Sit down. You can provide your doctor's names. You can provide your prescriptions if you would like those reviewed as well. Because one thing people don't realize, there is not a standard Medicare formulary for the prescription drugs. So with that being said, the companies can change their formularies year to year. So maybe a prescription that you're paying $10 a month for this year, they could change the tiering of that particular prescription and you may be paying more.
Right.
So it's always good to review that with somebody and sit down.
And especially somebody that's local and that we can
we are
trust.
all local.
And that knows our community and surrounding communities, knows our hospitals, knows the doctors.
Yes.
Because if you pick up the phone and call somebody to discuss, you don't know where they're at. They may not know
You may not get the same person twice, and you have to go over your story all over again.
right.
Right.
Where this, the person gets to know, and I know they do because I've used,
Right.
I have Sandra, and she's wonderful.
Yeah.
Right.
And just call her up, and they'll ease your mind, because you worry, as seniors, you worry about, if you're worried about some kind of insurance, you'll worry a whole week until you pick up the phone, and,
Right.
but if you
Right.
know somebody, you'll just call that person.
Right.
You feel like you know them, makes a difference.
And I will say, in kind of a word of warning to everyone out there, seniors are bombarded by phone calls from call centers, Medicare agents that work out of call center or work for a specific carrier. They get you on the line, they record the phone call, and sometimes we have had customers come into the office and say, "Oh, I just received a new medical card. It looks like somebody switched my plan. I never agreed to this." Sometimes if they record you saying the word yes, like the phone rings, ring, ring. "Hi, is this Marie?" "Yes." They'll record you, switch your plan, probably not even look up your prescriptions for you, not look up your doctors. Some will just say, "Oh yeah, all the doctors are in this plan," which is not true. So be very careful. I highly recommend that you just hang up if you get a call from an agent on the telephone. To me, that just tells me that the person is not really committed to what's in your best interest.
Right. And they may not know all of the prescriptions that you may need or not need. They might oversell you, they might undersell you.
Correct.
You just don't know. So it's really important that you meet with a trusted advisor. And if you need to get in contact with Belinda or the Parks and Recreation, we can help you get in contact with somebody that is a trusted individual. So
Right.
what's your number, Belinda? So if they want to contact you?
My cell phone number is 248-318-5866. And then our health plan and Medicare Choices office number is 810-212-1500.
All right.
Now, I know there's all different kind of parts. Maybe we can talk about that in the next segment.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great
That'd be
idea.
good.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Thank you.
In today's digital world, it's hard to know who to trust. Your local TV and radio stations bring you the facts. Misinformation and deep fakes flood social media, but broadcasters deliver verified and accurate news. For news, emergency updates, sports, and entertainment, turn to your local stations. Text TV to 52886 and urge Congress to support the vital local journalism broadcasters provide.
Welcome back to Senior Break. So Belinda has been, and her group have been doing seminars throughout the community and neighboring communities. The next Medicare Made Easy seminar is going to be at the Brandon Township Library on October the 30th, which is a Thursday. It'll be from 6:30 to 7:30. So if you're interested in participating in that seminar, reach out by calling 248-627-1460 and let them know that you want to attend the Medicare Made Easy seminar. I'm sure at that seminar, you're going to talk about what changes are happening with Medicare going into the new year. Can you touch on that a little bit with us today?
In addition to talking about the basics of Medicare, where we educate people who are aging into Medicare, we will also touch on things that are changing for next year. We'll discuss how the Medicare Part B premium, the increase that you'll see there, the Medicare Part B deductible, the increases that you will see there. We will also talk to you a little bit about the fact that several carriers are either exiting their plans in certain counties and or increasing premiums. So we can let you know about that and what to expect for 2026.
Okay. So the Medicare Made Easy seminar that you'll be hosting isn't just about what the changes are going to be. It's also just learning about the basics.
Of Medicare,
Okay,
yes.
that's great. So someone like myself that's starting to get into aging and will need to have that, it would be a great opportunity for me to come to get educated.
It is, and it's a one hour basic crash course where we educate you about Medicare Parts A, B, C, and D.
Okay.
So you will find out about Medicare Advantage plans. You will find out about Medicare supplements, standalone prescription drug plans. We also discuss other topics, extra help for people who may need it. And also, if you are a high wage earner, we talk about the income-related monthly adjustment that Medicare recipients are hit with if they've been high-income wage earners. A lot of people don't realize that that can happen to them,
Right.
okay?
Yeah.
So
that
for
sounds great.
prescriptions, do you get to pick your company that you want to go with your Medicare? Or
Well-
do they automatically come with them, you know, a certain one? Or how does that
No,
work?
you need to pick your Part D, which is your prescription drug plan,
Okay,
and it can be incorporated into a Medicare Advantage plan, or it can be a standalone prescription drug plan that you have in addition to your Medicare supplement.
okay.
So there's a couple ways you can do that.
So you need to look into that too.
Absolutely. And then there's also some people who are veterans will get their prescriptions through the Veterans Administration. So they don't need coverage for D, but they definitely can get themselves a Medicare Advantage plan without drug coverage.
All right.
They can get a Medicare supplement if they need it. And then they're free to get their prescriptions through the VA if they so choose.
Okay. So at what age do we need to start thinking about Medicare?
I think really about 64 and a half years old.
Okay.
Attend a seminar, become educated about Medicare, and then you're able to reach out to an agent, whether it be one of us or with a different company, a different business. Again, please don't do it over the telephone with somebody you don't know and cannot sit down with.
Right.
Because they say knowledge is power.
Right.
And at least you'd get to know what you're getting into.
Right.
Right.
But see, I think it's good what you said, Dawn, because do it before you even need it.
Right.
Then you kind of know what they're talking about.
Right. Right. And you're educated
Yeah.
going into it.
Yeah, because that's so new. It's not something you talk about in your 60s. It's
Right.
like all of a sudden, oh my God, I better look this up because.
And then also, if you already are on Medicare and you're in this open enrollment period, I would think it's suggested that you should review your plan because anything could change from the prior year with your health. So maybe you had certain medications the year before and now you don't need those medications, or you didn't have medications and now you need medications.
Exactly.
There's so many things that can change within within a year's time frame, that it's really would be to your best interest to review and review with somebody local and that you can trust. So
Right,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
yeah. So, okay, so there are changes that are coming into the new year. What carrier changes would be in our area?
Well, there are a couple carriers who are actually sunsetting some plans in the northern counties, so Lapeer County North. They're just going to end at the end of the year. And that's why earlier I said, when you receive your annual notice of change, please read it. They will let you know if it's ending or changing. So I know that a lot of people will not read their letters, and we will receive many calls in January indicating, oh my gosh, I went to the drugstore and they say my coverage has ended, and the person doesn't even know.
Right.
So many companies are actually exiting some plans in our area, not just Lapeer North, but some of them south of Lapeer County are also adjusting their plans. They're taking back a lot of benefits. They're reducing dental benefits. They're eliminating the gym membership. Some are eliminating the vision benefit. So it's very important to take a look at those changes.
So if I get the letter and I see that they're making changes, that's when I would call you and
Right.
say, what do I do now? Is there another plan I can have that will cover these things that they're taking away? Is that what you do?
Well, Marie, once they read the letter, the annual notice of change, if they feel comfortable with the change, they can remain in it for the next year. If they're uncomfortable about the changes, they can reach out, contact us, and one of us will review with them.
So there's other choices they can make that will cover
Absolutely.
them, so they're not just without.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
We are independent agents, and we represent about 10 different insurance companies. We don't necessarily have every plan, but we have a very large amount of plans that we can show you with all the different carriers in Michigan.
So I can show you what I have, then I can actually tell you what I need. And then you already know, because you're so educated in all of
Right,
them, you
educated.
can say this would be best for you, or this would be best for
These,
you.
yeah, these are my recommendations, right?
Right, yesterday a woman called me, she had a particular plan, she read her annual notice of change, a couple things changed, and she said, what do you think of this plan? And I told her, I said, I feel it's very solid. If you're happy with it, continue on. I'm not in the business of just changing someone to change them when it's really not necessary.
So it's really you being a good listener
Right.
to what their needs are and what they're sharing with you, so that you can help educate them and provide them with some
Options,
direction.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So,
That's really good.
all right, so it's time for another break, and when we come back, we will talk about some of the Part D, Part whatever, all those options are. So we'll be right back.
Who can you turn to for news you can trust? Your local TV and radio broadcasters. You trust us to keep you safe during times of crisis and to deliver the weather, sports, and entertainment you rely on every day. We bring you the facts you need to make decisions that matter. And as misinformation floods social media, you can trust your local stations to deliver the truth. Text TV to 52886 and tell Congress you rely on your local stations for trusted news.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go.
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. We're the family. Come on. Yeah! Oh, I thought you were on my team. Wait,
Welcome back to Senior Break. So I have another question, Belinda. So when I get to 64 and a half and I sit down with you and we talk, do I have to take Medicare when I turn 65?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
If you are a person who is going to continue to work and you have group employer coverage, you don't have to take your Medicare. If it's a large group, meaning 20 or more people, you do have the option not to get your Medicare. Now, if the group administrator of that plan wants you to pick up Medicare Part A, which is for hospital and skilled nursing, hospice, you would have to do that.
Okay.
But you would not have to take Medicare Part B because your employer group plan would cover you for those benefits.
But that's only if you have 20 or more people in your work environment
On the health plan.
on the health plan.
Yes.
If it's less than that,
If it's less than 20, your group plan, you have to have Medicare A and B,
okay.
okay?
All right.
And also another thing, once you turn 65, the Medicare card is not necessarily going to show up in your mailbox. If you're collecting Social Security, it will be sent to you. And then if you're not going to collect Social Security, maybe you decide, I'm gonna wait until my full retirement age, then you have to apply
Apply.
for it
Okay.
online at ssa.gov
Okay.
for the Social Security card, or the Medicare card, excuse
Medicare.
me.
Okay.
So those are some things that we also educate people about in our seminars, when and how to apply for your Medicare card.
Okay.
So would the reason you didn't apply, didn't stay with your company or didn't apply be because of the cost? The amount?
Some people, the employer group plan may actually cost you more than
Medicare.
the Medicare Part B premium and any premium you would have with the plan that you chose. So we will sit down with you and,
Look at it all.
look
at the
it
big
all.
picture, right?
Look at the big picture,
Right.
and then you decide whether you want to leave your employer group plan and go ahead alone with your individual Medicare plan.
And that's so important for seniors to know. That you've
Yes.
got somebody looking out for you.
Right.
That's going to tell you what's best for them.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Yeah.
Hope everybody watches this show.
I hope so too.
So they
because
can-
a lot
they
of
get
great
what Belinda's
information.
saying, yeah.
I know. That's why we keep having you back. So, a lot of great information. Okay. So, what about Part D?
Okay, for 2026, well, let me back up. 2025, the donut hole
Yeah.
was eliminated.
Yes.
So due to the Inflation Reduction Act, seniors, the most they could pay out of pocket for their Part D drugs, the drugs you pick up at the drugstore, would be $2,000. In 2026, that's going to increase to $2,100. So it's going to increase $100. So that's pretty good news. And for people that are on expensive medications, we'll say Eliquis or inhalers like Trelegy, Xarelto, those people are actually going to spend less than they did a couple of years ago when the cap was over $5,000.
So how do they pay that 2,100? Is that come out a little bit every time you have a prescription?
How
or
it
does
works
that,
is, once you fill your prescription and pick it up, if it's costly, hundreds of dollars, like some are, you can pay it, and then in a few months you refill again and you pay it. But if it reaches $2,100 out of your pocket, then it stops, and your drug plan carrier pays the rest for the rest of the year.
Okay.
Now, let's say you go to the pharmacy in January and you're picking up 2 expensive medications, and your drug plan has a deductible for the higher tiered drugs. You would have to pay that deductible. It could be anywhere from $150 to $615. That's the max on the drug deductible next year. If you cannot pay it all off, the government has now implemented a Medicare payment plan where they will spread that payment out over 12 months for you,
oh, that's good.
and then you can pay each month. So that's something new as well.
Yes, that's good.
How do you keep track of all of this? I'm like, my head's spinning and I can't keep track.
I know.
Well, every year, all the agents in our office and anybody who's licensed to sell health care, and Medicare especially, has to take Medicare training every year.
Okay.
And then we also are contracted, recontracted, and educated, trained, and tested with every carrier we represent.
Okay.
So it's basically July, August, and September every year we are recontracting and training.
Okay.
I also want to mention our office, we have a couple agents, including myself, who are certified to sell on the marketplace, the Obamacare. So if you know anyone who's under 65 and needs help with that, we can help. We also sell just any under 65 insurance plan, health plans for people. We have hospital indemnity and dental and vision as well.
Okay.
Okay?
Well,
That's good to
very
know.
well rounded. So that's why it's health plan and Medicare choices.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
All right.
Yes.
Well, great.
That covers
All right.
everybody.
It does. It sure does. So, all right. So is there anything else that we need to touch on before we head out today?
I think we're all good.
All right.
We had our Medicare Made Easy seminar here at the Oxford Township Senior Center last night. It was great. We probably had 18 people come. Wow. And people learned a lot, so that was wonderful.
Right.
We will be in Brandon, like I said, on the 29th or the 30th of October at the library. We're also doing some additional seminars up at the Lapeer District Library in downtown Lapeer, the D'Angeli branch, on October 29th
Okay.
to help people who are losing their plans in Lapeer County next year.
Okay.
Okay?
I
Yes.
try to have a session at my center, and it's funny because when you ask about it, people feel like they're all set with it, but when you have a representative come in, you'd be surprised how many questions the people that are just sitting there have.
Right.
Right.
You know, so it's really good. It makes them really realize how important of a job you do for us.
Right.
Well,
Yeah, it's really good.
it is important to review every year so you don't end up with, unanswered questions in
Right.
January.
Right. Or changes that you were unfamiliar about
Right.
because you didn't take the time to open up that notice of change, right? Notice of change.
Open your
So-
mail.
Yeah, so open that
Open your
mail.
mail.
And if you want to come see Belinda and her group, again, they're going to be at the Brandon Township Library on October the 30th, 6:30 to 7:30. You can reach out to them to pre-register so that they can be prepared for all that attend. So call 248-627-1460 to get registered for October the 30th. And thank you again for
Thank you,
coming in.
Belinda.
Thank you, Marie.
Yeah,
Thank
yep.
you, Dawn, for having me again.
Yes, a lot of great information. So
Yeah.
stay on top of what you have for Medicare and don't miss that open enrollment period. Again, October
15th through December 7th.
All right, until next time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care.